Welcome back, clones. How are you? So, I've been getting a lot of backlash from my community about my keybinds. Obviously, something's wrong with my keybinds. So, I'm going to go through my keybinds and I'm going to tell you exactly why I've set my keybinds to what they are. So, let's start here. So, the biggest problem everybody has is my WASD isn't WASD. I use TFGH. So my reason for using TFGH is because my movement is in the middle of my keyboard rather than on the far left side. And it's just more comfortable to me because I can hit more little keys than I can big keys. The big keys take up more space. So if I go to the middle of the keyboard, I can utilize the small spaces to have pretty much everything I need in one area, which you will see further on in the video here. So to move forward and to move backward, I have T and Y. My mouse buttons, I have two mouse buttons on the left side of my mouse. Both of those are my left and right. So my forward button on my mouse is my left, and my back button on my mouse is my right. Moving down, everybody has spacebar for jump. I don't have a sprint button because I have sprint by default, so I don't even have any sprint because there's no time when I'm going to walk. Auto run is left alt. Kind of inconvenient, but I usually only use it to glide. I don't use it to run too often, so it kind of works out. Having crouch as A, if I put my pointer finger on my T button when I'm moving forward, my pinky can hit the A button. Really, really easy. So if I want to crouch, as I'm walking, if I see somebody and I want to get a quick shot on them, boom, hit the A button while I'm walking. Easy peasy. So for combat, left and right mouse buttons, everybody's got that. I have U for my reload. Since that's pretty close to the T button, I can slide my index finger over to my U and use my middle finger for my T. So I can move forward and reload at the same time, doing it that way. The U's is like the interact thing, so like to pick stuff up, to swap items out. I scroll up on my mouse wheel. That's just more for convenience. Since your hand's always on your mouse, you won't have to switch your hands for like different keys. So just scroll up if you want to pick stuff up. Get in vehicles, that sort of deal. My weapon slots, this also bothers people, but I think it's a little bit more understandable. So if I have my index finger on T, my thumb pretty much rests on my space bar, which is natural, I'd say. So right above the space bar, you have V, B, N, and M. And as you can see, I have V, N, and M as my weapon slot 1, 2, 3, and then comma and period following that, which are the two keys following M. So my thumb is pretty accessible to every weapon slot that I have. Pretty fast at that. Down to the building, crouch while building. I don't even use that. I didn't even know left control was the thing. That's pretty much irrelevant. But wall, floor, stairs, and roof. That is another thing that bothers people because they don't understand like why I have it like that. So Q, W, E, and R are literally the four keys right next to T. My pinky, ring finger, and middle finger cover W, E, and R just resting there. So all I have to do is slide my pinky over one more place to put a roof. Super easy. I have my traps as right alt. My thumb can pretty much reach that too since it's right next to the space bar. So that's fast. Let's see here. I think it should say select building edit. We'll see. Obviously to place builds, left mouse button, everybody has that. Upgrade, I have P, but that doesn't get used too often. Rotate building, left shift, doesn't get used too often. Change building material, yeah, that's what I was talking about. So that changes your traps and building material. That's right on my mouse button. Super simple, super convenient. Can't ask for much more. Again, I don't do the crouch while editing or nothing like that. Select building edit, when you select your squares, obviously left mouse button. I have reset as my right mouse button since they're both right there. It feels a little awkward, so I might change it, but at the moment, that's what it is. Communication, that stuff doesn't really matter. Pinging is my click of my scroll wheel. Emote doesn't really matter. Miscellaneous, some of this matters. So to toggle my harvesting tool, to bring my pickaxe out, I just scroll down my mouse wheel. So when you see those sweaty TTV guys, which is not me yet, but might be, I'll be able to just keep swinging my pickaxe out so I look cool. Trap picker, I don't use that button. I think the right alt overrides that. Let's see here. Toggle inventory. I use I for inventory. I don't use tab. I do use caps lock for map. I might make another bind for that, but not a big priority because I don't really care. And then everything else is pretty much vehicles, which doesn't really matter. But that pretty much shows the basic of why I have my keybinds like that. So hopefully I can stop getting so much hate from everybody. Not like actual hate that is trolling me. And hopefully you understand a little better. With that being said, that sums up the video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.